Hi guys, Space Tiger here, and welcome to the alchemical reading. I'm sorry for any background noise. We are working in this house, and the walls are a little bit thin, but it's okay. Anyway, just concentrate on my voice. So anyway, today we're gonna do something a little bit different, and I'm gonna use even like these astral dice. I'm gonna put them here. Anyway, we're gonna do an alchemical reading. So this reading is as like a general message, and it's kind of oh sorry morning. It's actually made to make you contemplate a little bit on certain things in your life. So this is not related to any zodiacal sign. When you find this message, it's for you, and that's it. So just a second, my hound from hell is having a dispute with a cat. Just a second. Okay, I settled the background noises. Anyway, where were we? So today's reading is made as a contemplation, as something to watch and think about. Maybe this is a topic that's related to you, or maybe not. But this is like a spiritual alchemical reading to make you kind of like maybe change something in your life, or think about something, or I don't know, just listen to it and take what you feel that's necessary. So today here we also have like I will translate this to you guys. For my Croatian viewers, you'll read it what it says here, but like we will I will translate this to you. So anyway, these are the cards that I pre-pulled, and it's very, I can already like see a pattern. And also we're gonna throw these dices and see what they have to say, in what realm of someone's life this is happening. And but yeah, I already see like there's like a lot of here, especially there's like a lot of things that are kind of invoking the intellect and invoking kind of a balance, and like measuring things and analyzing things and looking at things. So this is like a very kind of like this energy of the last past 3 months. Happy birthday, Scorpios. We're now in Scorpio season, but like this the like this three part energy of Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio doing their thing and preparing us to pass through a certain door in life. So it's like a very, very interesting thing. So, okay, well, let's start. First, I'm gonna go throw these dices. Let's see. Okay, so we have North Node. Sorry, we have North Node in the third house in Scorpio. So okay, this is definitely, when we talk about third house, it is definitely saying about like communication, how you feel about things, how you explore your immediate surroundings, how you travel shortly, like what is your movement day to day. Third house is a very lunar house, very mercurial house. So having a north node there is something that is kind of like needed to accomplish, something that it needs to be awakened. And also with like Scorpio, well, yeah, this is like maybe going like deeper into subconscious. And again, it's a Scorpio season, so what better way to like change and transform um your like this connection between, because third house is also, as we said, it's a very intellectual house, where we speak languages, where we do our little rituals, day to day things. So this is like going a little bit deeper with that, changing some stuff. It's changing how you view things, how you speak about things. Maybe it's time to go a little bit deeper, you know opening some gates. um Maybe this is something like, because again, like the opposite from the Scorpio is the Taurus. So like Taurus is like comfortable things, things that have a meaning, like in a physical world, things that are, like a financial gain, and stuff like that. But then Scorpio comes in, it's like, okay, but how do you feel about security sexually? How do you feel about, your daily rituals? Do you need a daily ritual? Do you need something spiritual? Do you need like to transmute, which is really great because we got a really alchemical sign for alchemical reading. So it's like, what do I need to transmute in myself? What things do I need to let go? What things do I need to let die in my intellectual realm? So yeah, this is really, really interesting. So we're gonna see how this will kind of like connect with the rest. So okay, now it's time to, we're gonna put them away. Thank you, dices, that was really cute. And we're gonna start with this. Okay, amazing. Like for the last 3 days that I'm making these videos, like every time that I start, my nose is like, let me push through sinuses. So something is unblocking within me. Really great. Really on brand. Okay, so let's see what we got here. So first of all, we got ace of fire, or one of fire in this deck. It's really like it's beautiful deck. It's sorry, I'll show it to you. It's Tarot of the Spirit by Pamela and Joyce Akins by US Games. Amazing. It was a gift from a friend of mine, Petra. She has an amazing channel here on YouTube. I'm gonna put her, well, I need to put like links of some of my friends that are really great. Anyway, so this deck is this I'm sorry, not this deck. The deck is great, but this fire, this is ace of wands, or one of fire, and this is like, we have here, we have yod. So yod is like a beginning, so something needs to like begin, and it needs to be like a forceful beginning. So right now there's like, and again, talking about the Scorpio, this is a very like, again, Martian energy, initiating. This is like, when you just like put something to flames and it just like starts, so there's no returning back. So we're now like on a threshold of starting something. Something needs to go, and then there's like this question, what? So the interesting thing is, like, here we have this leper king, and the leper king is like, okay, so now we're talking about leprosy. It's like, these are some things that kind of weigh you down. Imagine like this, maybe, I don't know, maybe some of you are like not in a good health state. So like, this is like, fire is a friend. Fire is a friend. Fire burns things away. It purifies things away. It's like, fire, for me, fire is one of my favorite elements in healing, because it just like, water can contain the kind of like the let's say the disease, earth can cradle it, and just slow it down a little bit. Air just transmutes it, but fire like destroys it completely. So whatever type of like negative energy, negative people, whatever, like, we need to kind of invoke this practice with like fire. Maybe it can be like a fire breath, when you heighten up the temperature. This is also very like physical energy. So here we have like bravery, self-discipline, and faith, and then here we have like this yod starting this fire. So like, okay, maybe some of us need to start like something that's physically purifying. Maybe it needs to be like the way that we perceive things, the day we, as I said, with the third house, how you do your daily things. So I don't know, like, recently my boyfriend gifted me a bicycle, so I started like to bike around, even though it's super fall, and it's like, I don't know, it's kind of like on days it's like a little bit cold, but it doesn't matter. Like, you put on your gear, you dress well, and you're just like burning and pushing this like energy through your body. So like, you need to energize yourself. You need to like burn from the inside. Even speaking about this, like, I'm getting like heat in my body, so this is very interesting. So it's like, bravery needs like this energy, and I think the world has been very lethargic these days. I mean, we're so cold, as humanity, so cold, like cold and aggressive. not this is because this is like um an energy of like doing something, and being self-disciplined, and focusing this force that we have in our body to do something, something that's noble. But the world is like the complete opposite. So think about this energy also with temperance. Temperance, like this is a, again, this is a very alchemical process. So we have, today we have like, I'm really happy because we have alchemical reading. So haha, there we go. We have like a lot of like alchemical moments, so of like, you know transmuting something, um making it like a balanced choice. Like the true change comes from, like these small movements every day. Nothing is like rarely something you can achieve over the night. Even if you think you achieved something over the night, it still was a process of at least couple of days, if not months. Even like people who play lottery and they become like a millionaire over the night, trust me, there's been years and years of paying that like lotto ticket, to get to this point. So it's not an overnight success. This is something you need to commit yourself to. Even with the king, like he's a sword of the law. Even he, like, even though like he needed to devote himself even against the odds. So even again, we're having here like even against the odds, doing this small movement day to day, like kind of like putting the effort, changing your perspective, how you're meeting this thing. Again, this is some change in your life. You will see which one. We're going to see what the cards have to say. But this is like small movements day to day. Stay there, be focused, self-discipline, have faith, be brave. It's not easy to be brave, you know we're going through a lot of changes. Again, the season is also evoking a lot of changes. So let's see where this goes. So yeah, and again, with the third house here, we have the Gemini, which is the intellectual. So it says, I enjoy in new knowledges, I accept my originality, I speak my truth, and by that I encourage other people to think. So this is like a good side of this like archetype. And here it says, I connect my knowledge and experience that I make with my emotions, and I like express it like, with clarity and with honesty. Ooh, my Google Translate is doing well today. Come on. Yeah. But the shadow side and the problem is like, do I have problem with emotional intelligence? So again, here we have Scorpio and here we have Gemini. So Scorpio, very emotionally intelligent, very goes deep, deep. Gemini, very socially aware, reads social cues very well, doesn't like to dwell. And my father was a Gemini, so does they like to dwell, do they like to go like super deep into emotions? Well, not that much. So, and it's nothing wrong with that. It's just like we're discussing archetypes now. So I love my Geminis, they're always fun. Do I put my arrogancy or my opinions, and I'm like pushing it into the others? Is my like inner analysts, or the way I analyze things, obsessive compulsive? So this is like really interesting because again, we live in an age of like expressing a lot of our opinions, emotions, and everything through our phones, through like through posts, through social commenting and things like that. And the emotion is very hard to transfer through this media, um, and medium. So think about like, what are you expressing? Why are you expressing it? Because like in our own intimacy, in our own like this like Scorpio intimacy, we do have certain emotions about certain things. And the only way to convey them is by doing it in the way of the emotion. So it cannot be like a conversation online, or writing a message to, I don't know, to your friend or whatever. It needs to be felt. So, you know, and again, by feeling something and recognizing something and transmuting it inside of yourself, because like this fire is just like burning, so it's like it's not concerned with what's going on. It just consumes, very focused. Fire is a very focused element. It just like, you put like a piece of wood and you light a fire. The fire is only concerned by consuming and feeding its own flame, and by being focused on itself and consuming this piece of wood or whatever it's feeding on right now, it kind of like lives. It's only concerned with its life, and by doing so, that's the point that I wanted to make. By doing so, it generates heat and energy for everybody else. So this really talks about when you're in tune, when you're not like blowing like wind around, like you're like, hey, listen to me. So we're generating like the sound, this like letters and everything, and we're trying to convey what we feel. We try to talk it out, and things like that. No, if you go deep inside and you start to consume your own emotions inside of your own intimate world, you will start to generate a certain energy on the outside. And then people can either like have a benefit because it's just like pouring out of you, like this energy, you're just like radiating. So think about radiance. You're radiating this force, just like this card, like from the center, from your own center, there's like so much going on, like radiating from the center of your core being. And then I don't know, by just by pure chance, anyone who's like near you, they can feel it. And by that you start a change, because speaking into like the void of our, and again, I don't have nothing against technology. Like I'm right now recording a word and a visual for you, but then again, it's like the context. What do we need to say? And using things in inside the context. So again, think about leaving the intellectual on the side, and instead internalize whatever is going on inside of your core. What do you need to change inside of yourself, and be focused. Like this is the perfect season, because the sun, the ego, goes, and our conscious goes into the Scorpio. And Scorpio is not a big fan of the sun. Like Scorpio, I know like a lot of Scorpios and Leos who just like they don't tolerate each other, because it's like this tension between I am and who are you deep inside in the core, like all the parts of you that die, like the bones, the flesh, the things that ferment, and then there's like the sun that's just like dries all of that away, and like kind of like stops the process by being like heat and just like consuming it. And it's like this really amazing tension that's happening there, where Scorpio is actually like taunting the Leo to go deep, like not to go high and wide, but go deep inside of yourself. Like look at yourself in the mirror. Like do you even see yourself from the brilliance of your own face, So this is a perfect way to go deep dive into your own core, into the heart of the hearts. That's where Scorpio wants to take us. Where is the heart when there is no longer heart? Because like everything dies, and just decomposes all of this flesh. So when the bones are left there, where's the heart? Where's the spirit? So it's a really interesting thing to think about. When my heart's not in it, where's my spirit? That's what we should think about, and do like this change inside of ourself, inside of our own intimacy and secrecy. So whatever you do, you don't have to talk about it to people. You don't have to like push your truth and be like honest or whatever. Just like keep it a little bit. I'm not sure, I need to check, but I believe that our friend Mercury is still in Scorpio, which is even better to this story. It's like amazing how things just like come together. Let me just check. Fact check. Mm. Yes, our good friend is at 19 degrees of Mercury. So our 19 degrees of Scorpio. So yeah, Mercury is at 19 degrees Scorpio. So again, keep your secrets to yourself. Go through your process on your own. I mean, even yesterday I made like this a little, like, we'll call it like a little slip up with my partner, where I'm going through a process that's my own. I need to like figure things out. It's like my whole perspective is just like breaking on like everything that I knew so far in my life, and I'm like 38, and it's like this piles of this unprocessed things and thoughts, and the way that I speak and how I communicate. It's just like it's amazing. It's like you're a polyglot, you know, like a lot of languages, but you just for some reason, like your mouth, it just produces one, and it's like you want to say something, but you're so limited in like the movement, that just one things goes out, and it's very, and it's the language of emotions. And it's just like why do I share something that somebody cannot help me with, because it's so deep inside of me that this person doesn't even know and understand what I'm saying. So it's kind of like it just brings frustration to both of us, because like, you know, you want to help your partner, you want to be there for your partner, but the one is like started to speak like some very like alien language that you don't understand, and you don't know where it's coming from. So again, let's keep this process in ourselves, for ourselves. You can write it down, you know, like you can use words, you can use, maybe you can use even something that's visual, like some collage or something that, you know, and just start to compile maybe words that don't have meaning, or pictures that kind of show how you feel, but like keep them secret, you know. And in a way secret, I'm not saying like go and lie to people. Just say, okay, I'm having a process that I'm not comfortable yet to share, and I'm taking my space, which is not selfish at all. You're not asking for everyone to stop what they're doing and, like, I don't know, be a part of your process. Just go into your process, take 5 minutes for yourself. You can use cards, you can use like collage art, whatever you want, and just like go through the process. Try to find like some keywords, again, pictures, colors, shapes. Maybe you feel like all prickly inside, or I don't know. Yesterday I was at some really weird place in my body and in everything, and for some reason like a picture of like a knife came, and I'm like, okay, I feel like a knife, you know, like you need to do something, there's like an action that needs to be done, but I'm not being used, or I rather, not me being used, but I'm not using my eternal internal knife to carve something and to do something proper with that, to use it. The blade is just like being dulled by the time of just like laying there doing nothing. And it was very interesting, like meditation of, oh, you know, why is this knife, this energy, only used in a moment of my own internal um like aggression and shame because I cannot do something? And why do I need to do it with a knife? You know, like, why don't I have any other tool in my inner world? Why does it need to be a knife? Like, why do I feel like I'm becoming a knife? And it's like this kind of like mental exercise of giving a shape to yourself that's really interesting, and it just popped out, and I'm like, okay, this is easier for me to kind of convey an emotion of like shame and anger into an object, and then inspect the object and how the object feels, and just like transmute it into something else. So it needs to be, there is like a way this knife can be something else. I just need to find what, you know? So it's kind of like fun because it occupies your mind, you know, it kind of like slows you down a little bit. And then you play around with it, you know? So I don't know, like today I will probably like draw a little knife in my diary and inspect this emotion, because like all these days I'm having like all these like big emotions, and I'm looking at the cards, and there's like a moon card is like just flipping out all the time. So it's like, oh, okay, I had like so much. I even like I started to look. So for all you tarot readers out there who might watch this, it's like amazing tool for meditation. Like to kind of learn about the card in completely different way. But okay, not to go like on a super long rant. Let's see what the tarot has to say. I mean, I hope that for someone this message will be relevant. If not, okay, like I just, this is like how things go. When you're a tarot reader or you do any type of like spiritual work, you're a channel, something needs to go out of your like vessel. You're a vessel for a message. You cannot like drive these messages to the eternity. Like they need to go out on their stop. So yeah, anyway, let's see what the tarot has to say. I'm gonna pull, I don't know. Yeah, again, yeah, like the other day we got two of wands in a reading, and it's like, okay, now deciding where to go. So again, here we have like Knight of Wands, just like trying to escape like the responsibility of being in the place of pending and restriction. So again, this is what I've been saying. Like sometimes it's easier to just like like go through this, but again, I like that here with like this Ace of Wands or One of Fire, we have a lot of fire here, and then we have this like internal process of keeping it like inside, and from the inside deciding where to go. Because if it was like this, you know this would be like a really fast decision on a whim without like internalizing deeply things and then deciding after you integrated them. So by making this conscious stop, and even for some of you, even if you don't make a conscious stop, the conscious stop will be made for you. Like you might be stopped by something, I don't know. Sometimes people, due to stress and just like going, I don't know, your body's like, hey dude, F you, um like we need to stop. And then all of a sudden like you have a high fever or something, and it's like, okay, now you need to stop. So just like take care of like the stress levels. So this is like making a conscious stop, internalizing something, putting our head, again with the intellectual, putting our head closer to the earth, grounding our head first, and then going through this process. And from this process, the clarity of starting something, pioneering, like going a certain place. Again, we have, so this could be like a third house where you plan. So in the third house, you plan how to go to the ninth house, how to go further in your philosophy, how to go further in your spirituality, how you go further into the world. So in order to expand, and this is I like how we got Aries here. This is an Aries card. So how to do this movement, joyous movement into the world. First, we need to like do this kind of restriction, and in the restriction, soften from the inside, like restructure ourselves. This is like a Marie Kondo of the internal world. Like, okay, this brings joy, this doesn't bring joy. Why am I doing this? Does it serve me? Is this the life that I like? Like here you kind of like and how do you say this? Like you have to go like through the catalog of your sins that you did so far towards your own self, and just like forgive, mend, transmute, put it into the earth, and by that like regaining lightness and yeah, energy to move forward. So yeah, I think we said pretty much everything. I hope you enjoy this message. Use it as you will. Remember, guys, this is for entertainment purposes only. This is not made as a professional help or medical help or whatever. So this is just for you to kind of contemplate and think about yourself. Stop, be gentle to yourself. Slow down a little bit. And yeah, if this resonated with you, and if you want, you can reach out and book a reading with me so we can go more in depth. I will put everything in the description of the video. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. If you like this video, the whole deal, share, subscribe. Maybe you have a friend that you think they could benefit from this energy, energy and like message, so you can send it to them. And yeah, I'm happy that I can share this space with you, and have a nice day. Have a nice weekend, guys. Bye bye.